Good morning, class. Today is Wednesday, June the 3rd, and for our writing block today, we're going to be writing a story. We're going to make sure we have a beginning, some detailed sentences in the middle, and an ending sentence for our story. And you can choose any writing activity in your June booklet. So remember when we were looking through June, we had a story where you could write about what kind of donut you like the best. You could write about your favorite song on the radio and the singer. You could write about chickens and eggs, or you could write about designing your own hot air balloon and what would you do with it. Or you can use any of these blank pages to write a story that you want. I'm going to go back into my May booklet because I didn't finish all my stories in my May booklet. And I know at the back of my May booklet I have all of these lovely story starters that have pictures and writing with them. So I wrote a story about a dog at the beach, and maybe you did too. I did not write this story, which might be a trip to a circus or to see some clowns at a birthday party. There's a story with some pictures here I could do. I wrote a little bit, I didn't write the zoo picture, but my lines came through, so maybe I could use the zoo pictures to write a story. And I wrote about building sandcastles and going to the beach. So for my story today, I'm going to use this sequence writing for beginners in my May booklet because I still have it available. So remember, you can always go to any booklets that you want to write in. You have them all in your purple duotang. And or you can grab your whiteboard and your markers and write your story on your whiteboard and markers like I do a lot of the time. So today I'm going to use this story sequence pictures to write my story. And I can write anything I want. It just has to match the pictures a little bit. So I'm going to use blue for my beginning sentence because I don't have a green pen, but I have a blue, a red, and a black. So that'll work for me to help me tell my parts apart. The numbers say 1, 2, 3, and 4, but I don't have to tell the story in that order. I can if I want to, or I can just cross them out like this and just use the pictures to help me tell a story. So I see there's a boy and a girl in their house, and I wonder what they might be doing with a cat and a dog and a pet. And I remember a story with Franklin where he wanted to have his own pet and he couldn't figure out what pet to get. And I remember a story with Arthur where he ran a pet sitting business. So I think that my story is going to be about having a summer job that I take care of other people's pets. So I'm going to start with this story and I'm going to say me and my brother, or my brother and I, decided to open a pet sitting house or job or store. Let me think about what I'm going to say. But that'll be my opening sentence. It tells you what my story is going to be about, and then I'll tell you some of the things that happened in the story with the cat and the dog and the fish and how the story ends. So I think I'm going to start with once upon a time. O-N-C-E for once. Once upon a time. That usually lets me know that my story is going to be imaginary and made up. Once upon a time, my brother, and I, and I'm going to write on more lines than I have, so I'm going to use like a middle line as well. Once upon a time, my brother and I decided, it's got a C that makes a soft S sound, decided to open a pet store. Oh, I like that better. Decided to open a pet store. So what would we do? Well, first, we needed to get some pets. Oh, I'll go here. Some pets, period. We picked, now I'm going to match my pictures. We picked some cats, some dogs, and some fish. What's something that would be funny that could happen with cats and dogs and fish if I just put them all into the same room? Well, the dogs might chase the cats and the cats might try eat the fish. So let's see if we could have something funny. Once upon a time, my brother and I decided to open a pet store. It's my opening sentence. And then I said, first we needed to get some pets. We picked some cats, some dogs, comma, and some fish. But when we put them together, they did not get along. So I can tell you what they did now, right? The dog chased the cat. The cat tried to eat the fish. Oh no. I'm almost out of paper. I could add another piece if I wanted to keep writing more details, but I think I'm going to end my story there. So I have my beginning sentence. Once upon a time, my brother and I decided to open a pet store. What happened? And then I'm going to end with something funny about how we decided to not have a pet store, that didn't really work out. So first we needed to get some pets. We picked some cats, some dogs, and some fish. But when we put them together, they did not get along. The dog chased the cat tried to eat the fish. So, I think I need a so to start my next sentence. So we closed the store. But we kept one cat, one dog, and one fish. And I'm almost out of room. I'm going to squish it in here at the very bottom. For our own pets. We loved them. And if I had room, I could put so much, but I don't have any room. So my friends, my story isn't very long. I only used the page, but I did write in an extra line space in between, so I kept my printing small. I made sure I had big spaces between each of my words, capital letters at the beginning of each of my sentences, and I added some commas when I read the sentence if I need to take a pause before I go on. I'm going to add a little comma there. So let's just check I didn't forget any words, or sometimes I accidentally will write one word twice, or I'll be writing so fast I forget to put a word in. So reading carefully when you go back to edit. Once upon a time, probably I need a comma there. I keep doing a little pause. Once upon a time, my brother and I decided to open a pet store. And then, oh no, what happened? Here's some details in the middle. First, we needed to get some pets. We picked some cats, some dogs, and some fish. But, I'm going to put a comma there, when we put them together, they did not get along. I think exclamation mark. They did not get along. The dog chased the cat, and I need an and here, and the cat tried to eat the fish. I think I need an exclamation mark there. So, we'd have a comma after that. So we closed the store, but we kept one cat, one dog, and one fish for our own pets. We loved them. The end. I could go ahead and color my pictures in, or if you're writing on a whole blank page like this, you could do a picture to go with your story. You choose from your May writing book or from your June writing book a page that appeals to you to tell the story you want to tell. You can use this pictures as story prompts to help you with some ideas, or maybe there's a story you're just dying to tell, like all about my birthday party, or what I did at my camping vacation, or when I visited my cousins, or when I was out for a hike. I know those are things some of you are doing, and maybe that's the story you might like to write today. Remember, you want to have a beginning sentence, some sentences in the middle that have details and are interesting, and an ending sentence that lets me know the end, you're done your writing. Then go ahead and put a picture. Submit it to me under assignments, my friends, so I can see your beautiful stories, and have a wonderful Wednesday.